Hi, I'm Chef Collin. Today I'm going to cook Mediterranean stuffed salmon using this 26 cm deep frying pan from Thermos. Alright, it's 10 mm deeper than the general frying pan. So let's get started. So for the Mediterranean stuffed salmon, I'm going to cook the spinach first, and because this is a non-stick pan, I don't need to preheat the pan before cooking. Alright, so I'm going to pour in the oil. And I'm going to turn on the heat to medium heat. So remember not to preheat the pan while it's empty. Right, so first thing that goes in is the garlic. I'm going to saute it till it's fragrant. Then I can add in the mushrooms. So just going to saute it for a short while before I add in the spinach. So because it's non-stick, so it doesn't stick to the pan and it's easy for us to actually cook. Okay, so just like that, and we're going to add in the spinach. Okay, so there's one more mushroom in there. Add in the spinach. And because this pan retains heat, so you don't need to cook on high heat. So all you need to do is cook on medium heat throughout. So in a short while, I'm going to put in the cream. Right, so we have the cream here, the cheese that will go in as well. It's Parmesan cheese. So it's lovely as a stuffing for the salmon here today. Okay, so I'm going to add in the cream. Add in the Parmesan cheese. And just season it lightly with a little bit of salt and pepper. Give it a good mix and we are done. So I'm just going to pour it back into the bowl here. And we are going to use this for the stuffed salmon. Alright, so I'm going to make a slit in the salmon. Okay, so basically you just need to hold it carefully. Make a slit there so it acts like a pocket for the spinach. Okay, so just like that, and we're going to put in the spinach that we cooked earlier on. Generous amount of spinach goes into it, and whatever remaining you can pour it into the sauce later on. Alright, so right now I need to pan fry my salmon, and oops, I haven't cleaned it yet. Alright, so let me show you how easy it is to clean this non-stick frying pan. Alright, so I have a kitchen tissue over here. Okay, so let me show you how easy. So just look at it. So just like that, and it's all clean. Right, so my pan is already heated up, so I'm going to put in the salmon. So we just have to be extra careful with it because there's stuffing in there. Ooh, just listen to it. Right, so we're just going to cook it for 1 minute until the skin is slightly crispy before we overturning it. Right, so we don't need high heat to cook this because the bottom, the base, is made out of cast aluminium. Alright, so it retains heat perfectly. Right, so let me show you what a non-stick pan can do. Right, so as you can see, it still can glide in the pan and the skin is not sticking to the pan. So that's how good this pan is. Right, so I'm going to turn it now. I'm going to overturn it, so I have to be extra careful. Just going to cook it for a short while, and I'm going to take it out from the pan here. Okay, so as you can see the color of the salmon skin here, it has that even heat distribution throughout the pan. So I'm just going to off the heat now. I'm going to transfer out the salmon into this plate over here. I'm just going to put this here and I'm going to prepare the sauce for the salmon. Right, so you can just leave whatever in there, the oil which makes it very fragrant, and because it's non-stick, I don't need to use a lot of oil in here. Okay, so just going to put in the butter. Melt the butter in there. Add in the garlic. So garlic will make it very fragrant. So you just need to saute it on medium heat, because we always believe that if you're cooking it on high heat, it actually destroys the nutrients in the food. Okay, so we're going to put in the onions. So we're just going to cook it till it's fragrant before we add in the mushrooms. Okay, it's already fragrant, so I'm going to add in the mushrooms. Capers in, the mixed herbs, and stir fry. Okay, right now I'm going to add in my cream. So if it's too thick to your liking, you can always thin it down by adding in a bit of milk or in fact water to thin it down. Okay, chickpeas goes into here. The mustard, just a little bit of mustard to add the flavors to it, and not forgetting the remaining spinach from the salmon. Okay, so just give it a good stir. You can add in the cheese. This pan actually has 3 layers of non-stick coating, makes it more durable and resistant to scratch. Right, so my sauce is being heated up already, so I'm just going to put in the salmon and just cook it for another minute or 2, and we are done with this dish. Okay, so I'm just going to slide it down because it's very fragile by now. Okay, so just going to push this salmon to the side and this salmon here over to this side. This is a very lovely dish for the whole family. Right, so our dish here is done. I'm going to off the heat and I'm going to plate it out onto this lovely plate here. Right, you can try out a simple recipe and cook for your loved ones.